The moment where we discussed this concept car, I immediately became a child. And I thought, well, please let it happen, let it happen, let it happen. And then there was this decision to make it. I said, yes. It's like a dream's coming true.
One of my real dreams up until now was to have a car that would race at Le Mans. And that aspect of born on the racetrack, made for the streets, could never be more true than it is here.
This is the moment where we have to convince the world that going electric can be emotional. On the racetrack at Le Mans, we had the privilege to present the BMW M concept Neue Klasse to the world. It's a moment that I will never ever forget in my life. I knew Michael from working with him on the hypercar that we race in LMDH. I know how precise he is, and so he's the best person who can lead BMW M design language into the future.
If there was one word that I could use to describe our new M design iconography, is purposeful. Because purpose pronounces their real aerodynamics. They're not a gesture or a reference to what might be. In motorsport, we would never do something for a cosmetic reason. Here, I think it's very much the same approach.
We always had the past as a reference. And one important part of the past always has been M. It needs to be at the archetype of M. The archetype was the BMW M3, the E30, a sedan.
If you look at an E30 and that linkage of motorsport and M has been that way from the beginning. Bold, intense, and focused are the critical pillars for M design going forward. Boldness comes from the use of very clear, large movements and lines, really expressing a confidence in the way that the surfaces are constructed. The intensity can come from light. The yellow has a great story behind it. Actually, in the US, the yellow headlights are used to signify the class of racing that our M4 GT3 races in. It makes it the car very much about the eyes. And that face is what M is all about. Focus, it's all about forward-focused driving. And what can we do to actually enhance the performance of the driver in a neural function rather than an amazing car, which they were already familiar with. The M concept Neue Klasse has natural fiber everywhere that people might expect carbon fiber. Very similar capabilities, but has a 40% reduction in CO2 emission in the manufacturing process.
Wir wollten Materialien neu denken. Wir haben nach Alternativmaterialien gesucht für die Zukunft und dabei sind wir natürlich an der Naturfaser vorbeigekommen. Wir haben im GT4 Rennsport dieses Material im Einsatz und haben festgestellt, dass es da top performt.
Ja, näher können wir an den Urgenen nicht sein. Ja? Dann ist das jetzt wohl unsere Messlatte.
Naturfaser ist jetzt in unserem Fall eine Flachsfaser. Die wird praktisch geerntet auf dem Feld, wird hinterher gewebt, gesponnen und tatsächlich dann am Ende für uns entsprechend eingefärbt.
This concept car will represent the future of BMW M in terms of performance and design.
The BMW M concept Neue Klasse doesn't stand for one specific car, but it shows all of the design principles. And we have taken so many parts from motorsports. This will appear in all of the future BMW M high-performance models.
Wow, nicht schlecht. Mega, oder? Hammer. Schau dir mal die Hüfte an.
Also breit ist er, das kann man sagen.
Das stimmt. Sieht schnell aus. Und da siehst du auch, wenn du im Auto drin sitzt, siehst du, in was von einem Auto du sitzt.
Ja, ist eine Ansage.
Performance pur. Die Leuchten unterstützen nochmal diese extreme Breite.
Absolut. Die
von
haben
diesem Auto.
das L-Shape, aber neu interpretiert,
Ja.
modern.
Also die ganze Heckklappe ist ja aus einem Aluminiumblock gefräst, damit wir hier eine Homogenität haben im Material. Sehr sportlich geworden.
With this concept, we are going with a new modern interpretation of red. We call it Monza Red. It has a beautiful transition depending on the, let's say, the date time. And again, it emphasizes, let's say, the shape, the emotional surfaces that we're going to find in our new product.
Das Besondere bei dem Fahrzeug ist, dass es wirklich so total roh ist, also total sportlich auf den Kern, auf die Essenz reduziert. Auch das Lenkrad in dem Nubuck-Leder kommt dann so eine neue Dimension in das Fahrzeug. Schau mal, wir schauen uns erstmal die Rückseite an, weil das ist nämlich das neue Material, ein Carbon-Nachfolger aus Flachsfaser.
Now I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
There it is.
nice. Beautiful.
For me, this project is kind of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It's generational. The most important thing on this car is that there's nothing extra. No more power dome. It's actually an outlet for the cooling
Look at
requirements.
Like the center of gravity, the visual center of gravity,
Yeah.
which is really low,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
kind of
it's-
emphasizes
It's
that
planted.
this
So-
diffuser.
It's actually like a double-decker constellation. So there's an upper roof to the diffuser, let's say,
Yeah.
but then this lower airfoil that goes across the back. It's so cool how we have these shift paddles with red and the mode buttons in red and the center line of the steering wheel in red and also our new M shifter in red. These are the points where you directly influence the behavior and
Right.
characteristics of the car.
Right. You know, I remember when I was a kid, the first time that I've seen that car.
Yeah,
For me, it was a spaceship somehow.
yeah,
This car was constructed for the racetrack.
exactly.
And that's how you see it. That's, let's say, a kind of aesthetics that I always love.
It's purposeful,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
to me, that's actually the most powerful description of what we're doing
Yeah.
for the future.
So, you're gonna show it in Le Mans? What do you think?
Yes.
What will the audience say?
No, it's an honor to go back to Le Mans now with
Yeah.
with not only our race cars, but also with a street car that transfers what's going on the racetrack toward the street. Born on the racetrack,
Right.
made for the streets.
I like them.
It was tough work, a lot of collaboration, many discussions. Then Oliver and I entered and we were like adrenaline in our bodies because we knew, okay, now we drive out there and this new chapter opens up to the world. Incredible what our engineers have created. BMW M really feels like a family. We are working so close together that this moment was so special. And I was happy to be able to represent BMW M there.
Now it's in its native habitat at the racetrack, right?
My personal highlight was yesterday when I was able to drive it. It worked out.
The feedback has been
Yeah.
fantastic,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And that's super cool too, because obviously we've known the car for a while, but ultimately it needs to resonate for the public, and
Yeah.
that's what we do it for, and the community.
I think we're gonna have a fresh water now.
Yes. Only water?
Maybe.
The haters I cannot really understand, because in order to judge something, you should first of all experience it and then decide whether you like it or not. Experience the car, and after that they can decide whether they like it or not, and if they don't like it, they can still go for the combustion engine cars.